Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Possum Kingdom Adventures. Man, what a beautiful day. I don't mean to blind you with the sun, but I just want to give you just a little tour of this beautiful day that the Lord has made. Man, we got a nice little breeze. The sun is shining. It's not too warm, not too humid. Just a beautiful day. Just kind of update. We're back working on the grills. And really all I need to do right now as far as the pellet grill is just put it back up on the porch and get it set back up ready to cook. But then we're going to work on this one and see if we can get it up and running. We'll get the propane tank, bring it down, get it all hooked up. First, also we got to clean these grates. Remember I told you about them? I want to get the rust off of them a little bit before we put it together. So the next thing I want to do right now is just go grab the tractor, and we're going to put this grill back up on the porch. So I'm going to cut you off for now. I want to put you up on my head mount so that you can see, watch me putting the grill back on the porch. So I'll be back. There's the old tractor. I don't know if I've introduced you to my tractor or not in the videos. I can't remember. Here's the old farm track. Been a really good tractor. They don't make these anymore. They used to, well, when they stopped making the Ford tractors and they started making the New Hollands, well, the Long Tractor Company, they bought, I believe what I understood, they bought the old Ford manufacturing place and they started making basically the Ford tractors again under a different name. This is called a farm track. But like I said, they don't make them anymore, but it's been a good tractor. It's a big mower, ain't it? Big and this tractor really comes in handy for a lot of things. There she is, back home. I hope she works good for us. Remember the shrimp bowl? I need to dump that out and get that cleaned up. All right, so we got the grill back in our home place. Now we got to go work on the gas grill. Might as well grab, well, let's see, I got a propane tank in the shop, so we'll just use that. We got a new propane regulator with a 5-foot hose. So. All right, we're back. Hopefully I got this thing focused right. I just bought this not too long ago. It's a cordless angle grinder, but we're going to use it for a brush, hopefully. Actually, this will be the first time I've used this thing, so we're about to find out what it can do. Man, that thing there is poking you. I gotta find my gloves. There they are. Find my gloves so I can tighten that bad boy up. I know I could grab a wrench, but I'm just gonna lock it. It's got a little lock right there. That ought to do good. And then our battery, excuse me, got a big battery for it. That's good. That ought to work really good. Like I said, I've not ever used this before. It's gonna be, well, see if it works. Oh yeah. I'm not sure why but it finally locked. Okay. I guess I just wasn't holding my mouth right, huh? All right, I gotta find me some safety glasses. Try to be safe. I know they're in here somewhere. There we go. Give them a little cleaning. All right, let's give this thing a try. See if we can make those grates, or those, yeah, the grates look great. Play on words there. Not sure how this is going to work. I may have to fix me up some kind of a jig or something to hold them. Maybe they're heavy enough to hold themselves, but let's just see real quick what it's going to do. They're doing all right. Turn it a little bit. There we go. Yeah. You're right. All right, well, there you go. That's looking pretty good, isn't it? I'm not going to bore you with the whole process, but I'll bring you back when we go to start putting this back together. All right, we got a lot of the rust off, and now I'm just going to come in here in this sink and give them a good rinse and get all that rust dust off of them. And then after they dry, I'm going to spray them with a little bit of cooking oil just to kind of keep them from rusting again until we get ready to cook on it or actually fire this thing up. I just wanted to show you that I'm cleaning these things off. I mean, we're going to be cooking on these, so I didn't want any of that rust dust on here. We're giving them a good rinsing. Trying to do this right, trying to be clean and safe, healthy. Obviously, we don't want to be eating any rust dust on our first batch of food we cook on it. So, there you go. This one's just about, part of the job's about done. I mean, they're not perfect, but at least we're trying to make them clean. And that'll be better even after the first few times. We're going to heat this thing up pretty hot before we even start cooking on it. Give it a chance to burn some of this stuff off as well. So there you go. All right. I want to get ready for the next step. I'll be back. All right. It is time to... All right. We are ready to put this thing together. Got a brand new regulator and hose. Got our propane tank there. I want to fire this thing up so we can see what the burners are doing before we put all the stuff in. So, I'm hoping and praying that there's not a bunch of dirt daubers got inside those burners or up in the other parts that we can't see. But that's just hoping and praying that that's not the case. They're gonna hook this up. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see what I'm doing under here, but I'm trying. It's just a hose hookup. I got my old adjustable wrench here. Alright, that ought to suffice that. Whew. Getting old. Hard to get down on the old knees like that anymore. I don't figure any of y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's get this thing some gas. See what's going to happen. I guess we can purge it. Get the old, see if this thing still works. Oh, did you hear that? There you go. So we got fired right there anyway, don't we? Turn that off. Let's see how this is going to work. Oh, yeah. I guess I should have put this in the shade, huh? You can't even see it. Well, there you go. I don't know. I can barely see it. I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm going to turn this thing off and scoot it over in the shade so we can see what we got going on here. All right, I'll be right back. All right, let's try this again. Let's see, that's light. And that's going to be on high. Well, it's not a very big flame. I'm going to turn them down on low and see how low looks. Yeah, it's all working. I'm not having any trouble with it. Yeah, we got good heat coming out. For some reason I expected the fire to be bigger, but look, mostly it's blue, which is good. That means it's getting the right amount of oxygen to the fuel mixture. There's a few little orange, yellow spots, but for the most part, it's a good blue flame. So that's what you want when you're burning propane. All right, looking good. Well, let's put this bad boy back together and see what we get going. All right. Here's the little burner covers. Not too bad a shape. Got a little bit of rusty going on there. Let's see, where do these go? I think they go right here, if I'm not mistaken. Little burner covers. About have to go there, don't they? They're not going to go down any further. And now we put the infrared trays in, plates, whatever they call them. Try to remember which way they go. I think they go this way. Yeah, put the solid piece here, it goes up. So basically you put one in, slide it over, put another one in, slide it over as far as it'll go, and then the other one goes right in the middle. Look at that. I mean, it's crazy they come up with that, but like I was telling you in a previous video, it doesn't flare up with those in there. It's crazy and amazing, but it works really good. Now, the good thing about this, they designed it with this gap right here intentionally. You can put little wood chips or pellets in there, and it gives it a little smoke flavor while it's cooking. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? It's a little added feature to having these in there. So now we're going to put the grates on. They ought to be dry. Man, I'm looking forward to cooking on this thing again. This used to be the grill we used to cook everything, as far as grilling, till we got the pellet grill, and then things changed, obviously. All right, these have been, we sanded them or grinded on them. Well, these just sit right on top, just like that. I mean, you would think they would have a special place that they are supposed to set, but that's it right there. They just go right there. And see, they've got it designed to where you still got your opening right there to put your wood chips in, right? Pretty cool. All right, there we go. We are back together. I'm going to spray a little olive oil just to keep those dudes from rusting. Let's go grab that real quick. We'll just give it a good coat. Now, they actually make stuff just for grills to spray on the grates, but I don't have any of that, so we're going to use a little olive oil. Yeah, I can say just a little something to keep it from getting rusty again. It ain't going to take a lot. I'm not going to put a lot in it. There we go. All right, folks, look at that. Man, it's such a beautiful thing. I'll be using this too. Look at that. We could do shrimp bowl on that, but that big burner that I used last night, it works really good. All right, let's see. Oh yeah. There we go. See? We got the fires on high, and you can't even see the fire. Don't even look like there's a fire in there, right? Well, trust me, there is a fire. Yep, I'm already feeling the heat. It's fantastic. All right. Well, we got to get this bad boy back up on the porch, and we're going to call this job done. So let's turn it off. I don't want it to get too hot because I'm fixing to load it up in the tractor. I'll turn you back on when we do that. All right, folks, it's time to load this bad boy up and put it on the porch. Let's grab the old tractor. I told you this tractor comes in handy for a lot of things. I remember one time whenever we bought our what do you call it, a circulating wood heater. That's what it is. Burns wood. Bought it a long time ago, but I remember I had brought it home and it was in the back of the truck, and I thought, how am I going to get this thing out of here? Because they are super heavy. I thought, well, I guess I'll have to wait till my boy gets home from school and maybe invite some of the neighbors to come over and help lift it out. So I'm sitting in my recliner, and for some reason a light bulb came on and said, hey, you got a tractor sitting out there under the shed that's more than capable of lifting that wood stove. So sure enough, I go and get this tractor and I pull it up to the truck and I slide that stove into the bucket and ease it down to the ground and bring it up to the front door and basically pushed it into the house all by myself. So you got to think outside the box when you got equipment like this. Let this thing do the heavy lifting and not you, because man, whenever you pick up some heavy things, you know what it can do to your body. So, and I'm not going to go into any great detail, but some of you older folks know what I'm talking about. All right, let's fire this bad boy up. Let's get this grill back on the porch where it belongs. there, I think. Let's see how it looks. See if we got her level enough. Yeah, obviously I'm not going to be able to fit through there, so I'm going to have to go through the house. So I'll bring... All right, here we are. Just bring this dude up here where it belongs. Put it back in its home, a little home. And I'm looking forward to firing this dude up again. We haven't cooked on this grill in a long time. But still a good grill. We're gonna bring it back to life. Very fortunate. This grill has rollers on it. I didn't even remember that. You can't really see them. They're kind of up underneath there. But, pretty cool. It just rolls very easily. So I don't have to do a lot of lifting. There we go. There's the table where we had our little fig trees, seedlings growing. Remember that? All right, let's get this grill. This is where she lives at, right here. Let me get the chair out of the way. Like I need to sweep up some leaves, don't I? Well, there'll be more before this is all over. So. All right, there you go. Eventually, I may put it over there with the other grill, but we'll figure that out later. But right now, we're just going to leave it right here. Oh, yeah. Man, it's going to be nice, isn't it? Have this thing working again. I'll have to go get the propane tank. But other than that, we're good to go. All right, well, that's going to conclude. Well, actually, we got to put the tractor up first. And in order to do that, I got to go through the house again. I think maybe I can climb around it. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we got to put that up. Yeah, I think we can make this work. There we go. Oh, yeah. Okay. Put this tractor up, and then we'll have our closing remarks. Put the tractor back in this little home. Better get that strap out of there first. All right, everybody. Well, that's going to conclude this video. I wanted to tell you something real quick. This is kind of a special day. Most of you know that Isaac, our son, he's about to turn 17 in November. And most of you know that we adopted him. We've had him since he was a baby. He was like 3 months old when he first came into our home. We were foster parents. And he came into our home and eventually came available for adoption. And so we adopted him. Well, today is a special day because I'm going to take him, and he is going to meet his biological family for the first time ever. He's never met them before. He's kind of heard about them, talked to them a little bit on Instagram, and other social medias, but he's never actually met any of his birth family. And so it's kind of we're excited, but at the same time, he's nervous. He don't know what to expect, how this is going to go. So, um, by the time you see this, the meeting will have already taken place. But I just pray that the meeting will be good, and the reception will be good. Uh, I know he's worried about there being too much drama, but he has a very large family apparently. And um, so anyhow, I don't want to keep rattling on, but I just wanted to let you know about that. This is a very special day, and I hope and pray it turns out good for him. He needs this. We knew this day was coming eventually, and we've talked about it in the past, and I've told him through the years. I said, Isaac, whenever I feel like that you're mature enough to be able to go and do this and be able to handle it, then I'll let you know. And he's been okay with that. He's a great kid. He's a great boy. He's not just a kid anymore. He's turning into a young man. So I told him, he asked me here a while back, he said, Dad, do you think it's time? Do you think I'm mature enough that I can meet my birth family? And I said, Bub, you're about to turn 17, and I think you're ready. I think you're mature enough. I believe you can handle it. So he's nervous. He wants to do it, and then he don't want to do it. But I think we're going to actually go through with it. So that's what's happening this evening. So just keep him in your prayers and pray that everything goes well. And that concludes today's video. May God be with you until we meet again.